everyone, Ray the Dashing Womble here. Hope everyone's had a great weekend. Hopefully your Sunday went well for all the dashers and the customers. It's actually just turned midnight here, so it's now Monday morning. Anyway, I got back here a little bit earlier, got some stuff done at home, and then jump in the van and do the roundup video. Last night's video had some problems trying to upload it all, and finally just emptied a lot more out the phone, but only left with the foggy video last night. But it was a foggy ride along, so it actually looked pretty good video, I thought. Yeah, better than me just rambling, looking at the camera and rambling on for several minutes. Anyhow, was listening to the news on the way home, and listening to all the fun and games back home. I see that London has problems. The M25, which is actually the ring road that goes around London. If you're in Kansas City area, the M25 will be the equivalent of the 435 that loops around town. And I think the M25 is about 135 miles long. So it's a pretty long loop, but it can get hectic, to say the bloody least. Anyway, it's I think it's 4 or 5 lane 4 or 5 lanes on it now. It's quite a wide road. But anyway, so there's lots of traffic over there today, and looks like it's going to be for the next few days, because they've got snow, and even to this day, Vip, in England still has problems with the snow. And they're saying that it's going to be about 6 inches of snow, they reckon, is going to fall. Oh, bloody hell, we have that overnight here, don't we? Sometimes. I don't want it, but we know at some stage it'll be here, bloody stuff. Anyway, so hopefully everyone's all right back home in England, and if I were you, if you're able to, just bloody stay indoors. The fluffy white stuff looks all right from your window at home, but and looks all good on postcards, but going out, and if you have to go out, and it's a right raw pain in the bottom. I mean, I like to see it vipping on postcards and on Christmas cards and such, but when I'm out delivering in it, it's not so much fun. Anyway, okay, so Sunday night, as usual, I had intended to be up and out early, because I wanted to get some of the catering orders, because the Kansas City Chiefs had played yesterday. Yeah, yesterday now. And which they won. Woohoo! My wife's a big fan. Me, I couldn't care less. But it's just not a game that I follow, but she loves it, so. And she's a lifelong fan of it, so I have to listen to it at times. But anyway, fair dues. I mean, they won, so good. But anyway, but no, I didn't make it out. I didn't make it out at all. I had problems sleeping. I was trying to edit the video. I was having lots of problems with that. Finally gave up on that and just shorten it right the way down. Anyway, so I'm trying to put the videos out. They're going to go out 7:30 p.m. every night now. I'm scheduling them to do that, so I think that's a good time for everyone to for it to come out, for everyone to take a look at it. They're going to be a day behind, unfortunately, but what can you do? I just need to make sure I've got time to put it all together and get everything edited and such. Because apparently with YouTube don't like you putting on videos randomly, so you try and stick to a schedule. Apparently, that's what I've heard. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but we'll see. I see there's a couple more followers recently. Thank you for those. Anyway, okay, so today, or yesterday rather, wasn't a I was very picky yesterday, very picky, and but I seem to be taking. There seem to be a lot of orders that were under $10, and I mean, so I delivered several of those in it. Done some. I think the first job I did was from Wingstop, so right across the road from the Mint. And then after there, may have gone to the Mint, really not sure. But I know I went to the Pizza Hut a couple of times. Where else did I go? One of the last jobs was Wendy's. Well, I didn't know what I did. I knew I did something wrong doing that. But it was paying well. It was a stacked order, and it was going... not too far, I think like maybe 6 miles for the pair of them. And yeah, they weren't far apart at all. No, not the last one. Yeah, the last one was a pain in the arse, I know that. First one out of that stacked order was not far away at all from the place. It was going to the hotel near enough, maybe about a mile away from, if that, from Wendy's. And I had to call. When I got to Wendy's, they said, oh, they don't have strawberry lemonade for this bloke. Oh, good grief. Can I call him? So I called him, and he answered straight away. That was good. And so he just went with a lemonade. It's fine, good. I said I'll be there as soon as I can with you. Anyhow, so got over there after getting those, and so I got to the hotel, and there was no one at the lobby, so darn it. So I went up to go and find the elevator, and then someone called out from behind me, and it was a person that was supposed to be at the desk. I guess they got an office somewhere behind. Anyway, so I said, I'm looking for this bloke. I said, I just spoke to him on the phone. And she says, oh, I'll give him a call. And she went, are you sure that's the room number? I went, well, that's what I got, right? And she says, no, I think he's in another room. Well, I'm glad I did bloody well go up there then. I said, my little legs can't have flipping handle been running around this building, or any building. Well, this time of night. Anyhow, she called up to whoever she thought it was, and he wasn't answering the phone. Like, jeez. I said, I only just spoke to the bloke. She said, oh, maybe he's in the bathroom. I said, I'll call him. So anyway, I called the from the app. Yeah, I didn't know what his phone number was, but then it came up with some signal that it wasn't working. Like, really? What the heck? I just spoke to the bloke. Ah, damn it. So then I went to go send a text to see if that worked, and she was trying to call, still wasn't working. And anyhow, then a call comes in, DoorDash. So I answered that, and it was the bloke. He said, oh, I'm on my way down. I said, all right, good. I said, I'll try calling you. Anyhow, I said, well, I can leave it at the front desk for you if you like. Save you waiting on it, you can just grab it and go. He says, no, he says, wait. He says, I couldn't put the tip on the app. He said, I've got some money for you. All right. Okay, I'll wait then. Anyhow, I don't know how much he gave me, but it was very nice to do that. He said that the app wasn't allowing him to leave a tip, so I don't know what was wrong with that. But anyway, even my boss left it here. I don't know what she did with it. I gave it to her when I came in. There we go, stack of. So anyway, I always just give her the money and she just puts it in the car somewhere. He gave her $3. It was nice of him. Anyway, and I didn't have to go far. Yes, I don't know what happened on all of that one, but anyway, gave him his food and he was quite happy, and off he went, and off we all went. So I went on to the next job with that one. That one's a little bit further away, over by the Lakewood area, but certainly not Lakewood by any chance. Not the best of places. I actually hate going down that road. Only because it's got these speed humps down there. There's only a couple of them, but they're way too high. And you can tell that if you come the other way from it, you can see where someone's smashed into the vipping thing and chipped away at the darn thing where they tried getting over it. Oh, they're bloody horrible. Absolutely ridiculous how tall those ones are. You kick someone in the flipping arse for flipping making those things so tall. It should never be that way. They're going to ruin people's cars. I understand what they're there for, but they're just absolute flipping car killers. Anyway, I mean, I always go slow over them anyway, but it's just ridiculous. Whoever invented those things needs a kick in the arse. Anyhow, so the house I go to up that one, finally flipping and figure it out. Like, I don't understand they got the garage more towards the front of the houses. They're duplexes, I suppose. And but they should have the flipping numbers on top of the garages or something, because the stupid little signs that are actually on the house, by the door of the houses. I mean, they've got like a wooden background and gold lettering or something on it, and it's absolute shite to flipping see from where you park up and that. Anyway, and of course the one I go to, I mean, there was two that were lit up there, but you still couldn't see the darn things. And then my one that I had to go to was the other side, and there was no porch light on at all. Lucky I had my trusty torch, but the storm door was slightly open, but no one was there, and it said like hand to him. So I knocked on the storm door, and no one bloody answers. Knocked again. Like, oh my good grief! Come on, I weren't that bloody long. Anyhow, so in the end, I just had to get the torch out to bloody well find the doorbell on it, ring the dingy bell, and took them a little bit to get to the front door from there. Like, they must have fallen asleep in front of the telly or something, I don't know, but anyway, they nearly bloody lost their dinner. Not that I want a Wendy's, but I could have just got a hold of DoorDash, gone and donated it to someone. But anyway, so that was a bit of a pain. I did a Mai Tai bistro one tonight. That came in. That was actually a catering order. I was paying like $15 or so when I booked it, when I took it rather. Anyway, when I got there, I figured it may well be a catering order, and I was right. I got in there, and there was hardly anyone there, hardly any cars there. So anyway, I walks in and there's no one there, but there's a bag on the table there, and of course it wasn't the one I wanted. And then just a couple of seconds later, this lady comes around the into the lobby area, carrying these bags, and it was for the ones that I was there for. And I went, oh, good timing. So I got those and got those in the van and took those off to customer on that one. I think I left them at... Yeah, I did. No, I didn't, because the geezer opened the door. In fact, it went to a place called Chapman Farms. Now, if you look back a few videos, maybe I'll put a link to it. Chapman Farms is this big housing estate, really nice houses and that there, up around the lake as well. And many of them, must be about 90%, 95% of the houses there that I've seen have got Christmas lights on, and they've got all sorts of different ones going on. I did a video about it. I've done a drive around a couple of weeks ago, and like I said, I'll put a link on there. But if you're in the area, I would go there. If you're in Blue Springs or Lee Summit or anywhere around there, Greenwood, or if you've been Independence or whatever, take a drive over there. It's right off of 7 Highway. Go down 7, depending on which way you're going. If you're coming from Colburn Road entrance, Colburn Road and 7, take a left, heading towards Blue Springs, and it comes up when you're right about a mile and a half down the road, and you can't miss it because it's got this great big flipping sign there saying Chapman Farms. That's all lit up in the Christmas lights, and then they got little Christmas trees as you go in there, all lit up, and the animated stuff waving at you as you go in. And there's some really nice flipping holiday decoration, Christmas decorations out there. Really nice. A lot of variety of them. And then by the lake, they got these flipping ducks as well, like animated ducks, all lit up too. And yeah, that's quite fun. So if you're in the area, go over there. I mean, all it costs you is a bit of time and petrol, and you'll have some fun driving around too. I don't think you have to go any sort of way. You go make your own way around it. It's pretty good. But anyway, I delivered to one of the houses there, and of course the one I go to isn't so well lit up like the rest, but thankfully the rest of them have made it a bit brighter for us to get there. And he did have some lighted reefs on the garage, each side of the garage, but I guess he forgot to switch them on. Anyway, I don't know. Anyhow, I delivered that, and it turned out to be, I think, about 17 and a half, so it went from $15 to $17.50 thereabouts. I think his dog wanted to come out and have a sniff of the food too. I think he was getting some too. Well, that's what he thought. Well, maybe he did. Anyway. But yeah, it was interesting night. I mean, it was did quite a bit. Well, maybe not quite a bit. Quite a bit in the time that I actually did it. I didn't start till about 5ish, thereabouts, 5:30, something like that, and then finished around about 10. That was when the last one was, and I could have picked up another one. I was close by another pizza place out that way, and a job came in from that, but it took me back down into down towards Greenwood, and I just didn't fancy going all the way back out there. Maybe that was a stupid move. Maybe I should have done it, but anyway. But no, I got over the Quick Trip, had a pit stop there, and then when I got some snacks and a drink of ice, because glass of ice, whatever it is, cup of ice, one of them. It's a better way of having water, I think. I like it this way, because when you freaking drop it, you just get like a little leak of water, rather than flipping the whole load of it over your oneself. But no, so I got those, and then just put on LBC. And for those who don't know what LBC is a London broadcast. Is actually London Broadcasting Company. Yeah, it's mostly a talk radio, but it's fun. It's fun. They speak their mind. They don't have to. They really don't give a flying crap what you think, to be fair. I mean, if you call in and you've got some stupid flipping answer to something, and TG don't like it, or Talk Roast don't like it, he'll let you know. Most of the time they will let you know. Especially Steve Allen. I like Steve Allen. He's pretty direct. And that's somewhat good to have in sometimes. Sometimes not so good. But anyway, so I listened to him on the way home, and she's still on now. He's on till about 1 o'clock. Anyway, he was going on about the snow and that, like all the traffic, build up of traffic on the M25 and everywhere. Oh, what in the world's going on? And then the mention of snow. Oh, okay. I never thought that we had, when I grew up and when I was growing up over there, we had snow, but I guess flipping as a kid, you don't really flipping know too much about it. And it seemed to be that it didn't ever last that long. It wasn't like over here. I mean, if you were out on the outlying areas, like going up to Yorkshire or up to Scotland and that, out of the towns and that, they'd get plenty of snow. And but it didn't really affect us. I mean, you'd hear about it on the news and that, but I think nowadays when you've got everywhere is telling you what's going on, you're bombarded by it. News from all sorts of places. I mean, there's most times that I say, no, I'm just sick of watching the news. I don't want to watch the news. And I won't watch the news for months and months. And because it's just doom and bloody gloom. And I hate the way that the media are going on about a recession. Like, will you shut the bloody hell up? You're coming up with these so-called experts that are just someone off of YouTube or wherever who don't have a clue really. They're just saying what their opinion is, whether it's right or wrong. They're just telling you their opinion. But the thing is that they keep pushing it down one's throat, whether it is a real expert or just a flipping someone that wants to be. And they just keep going on about it. And it's those flipping things that scare people when people flipping turn around and start flipping holding back on their money. Hold back on spending stuff. But, if the more that you keep on spending, I mean, you don't have to spend every penny that you make, of course. I mean, you got to save something that's to be ridiculous. But it's if you keep spending, that's what keeps the economy going, keeps it all rolling around. But as soon as you start holding back, not just you, everybody flipping does it, and that's where it all starts going wrong. But anyhow, I'm not an expert, so I'm not saying that I am. But I do get fed up with the media and keep spurting it out there. Like, will you just shut up? Tell us what's happened. Not predict what you think's going to bloody well happen. Just tell us what happened. If you predict that the weather's going to be snowing, try and drive to highlighted route. Why don't you bloody well lie on that and tell us it's all going to be sunshine so we don't have to flipping scare us. But no, it's I just get tired of listening to it. So I try not to listen to the news much, but it don't matter where you go. You go on Facebook, something pops up. You go on the email, something pops up. And every now and again I get flipping stuff come through on my phone, somehow or other, a notification from Google or whatever. It's like, oh, good grief. Just flick it out, boy. Just sick of it. Alright, anyway, I don't think I got onto this last night, but I did the acceptance rate. I've been wondering about doing the acceptance rate for all your DoorDash drivers out there. Let's pull this down. It's getting a bit bloody hot in here now. It's if your acceptance rate is below 50%, you can have a chance, and you've got a customer feedback rating of more than 4.5%, I think it is, or 4.5, whatever. Mine's at 4.99, and my acceptance rate is well low, because I cherry pick a lot, but I think I'm down to 12% or something like that at the minute. But anyway, so if you're in that and you've, they'll send you a message saying that you can reset your acceptance rate, and then you'll supposedly get better offers come through for the next couple of weeks or something. I toyed and toyed with that idea, and I just don't trust DoorDash. But I finally went and said, all right, I'll do it. I'll see how this goes. So I put in the thing yesterday, Saturday. I put it in Saturday, and it comes up and it said, I put the form in, you have to do some little flipping silly form that comes through that it prompts you to do. And then at the end of it, it tells you that it could take up to a week to do. Okay. And it turns around and it says, like, if you decline it, and it'll start working, they'll send you a message, either text or email, whichever, or maybe both, when they've done it, or if you've qualified for it. So I don't know why they send it out if you're not qualified, but anyway. And it keeps coming up on my screen, so it drives me flipping crackers, because that's the first thing I see. And anyhow, so I went for it Saturday, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Today, actually, the 12th of December, was going to be the last day of me able to try and opt in on it. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know whether it will allow me to carry on, do it, as I haven't opted in quick enough or something. I don't know. I don't know how long it takes for their special team, I suppose, does it. Or maybe that team has been off for the weekend. I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. Oh, today is my wedding anniversary. My wife and I's wedding anniversary. 23 years, blimey. Crikey. Poor woman. I doubt we'll be dashing today, and I got to the favourite restaurant that we always go to. I looked up to go to this time, and darn it, they've only closed permanently. Well, it was a good place, actually, for a French restaurant run by Chinese people. It's a pretty good place. Had this great carrot soup that we liked, and had really nice bread as well. Oh, speaking of bread, I've got some bread. Some of it down is my bread. And I'll get to that too. But yeah, it was a really nice place called Tatsu's out in Prairie Village in Kansas. We've been going there for years. It was actually quite a nice place. It was always bloody cold though. Because they'd park us by the window, so it's always bloody cold there. But even when they put us in, sometimes when we got a seat that was more to the middle of the building, it's still flipping chilly in there. Oh, straight. But anyway, but it was a nice place, definitely a nice place. But they retired apparently. The owners retired and closed it all down. So I don't know what we're going to do now. I'm stumped. Yeah, bread. Went for dinner last night. Well, it weren't a proper dinner. We ended up going to Panera Bread on Douglas and Lee Summit there. And Now, admittedly, I got there late. I didn't have anything before we started, but I said, let's just go straight in and start. Because we couldn't think of anywhere to eat at that time. Daft, really, because we deliver food all night long. You think that we'd be able to figure a place out straight away, but we didn't. Anyway, so I get the Panera bread, and my wife orders whatever she wanted, and then I got mine. And I don't know, it seemed to be a bit all odd going on in there. Different people in there really wasn't. It's like they didn't really want us in there. I couldn't understand why we were feeling like that. Normally pretty good in there, but it was a different crew in there. And no, they were crashing and banging around, and what in the world? It's like there was other people in there when we went in. They were still there actually. Like, I don't know what the heck's wrong. They were cleaning up a bit. They were starting to clean up and that. Well, then I find out that they actually closed at 8 o'clock. Oh, jeez. Why didn't one of them tell us that? I mean, we just went in there and sat down. I thought it was 9 o'clock or something that they closed, but I just wish they would have told us rather than make us feel flipping unwelcome. It's just would have said, you know, sorry, we closed the dining or whatever. We just didn't know. Because I mean, I don't go there all the time. I don't know the times of all these places when they shut and that. Not all of them. So I don't know. I don't know if it was a special thing for the winter or what, or getting into the winter times or what. But I'm sure it's like 9 o'clock before. But when I looked it up on Google, it showed that it was 8 o'clock, and I went, oh, shoot. I mean, I don't want to keep them. I mean, if I'd known that they closed at 8 o'clock, I probably wouldn't have bothered to go in there. Would have just gone somewhere else. But no, we were actually, I wasn't happy about it being there. I mean, I just wish they would have just said, oh, you know, sorry, we closed the dining. Or we're closing for the evening or whatever. Anyhow, so wasn't too happy about there, but what can you do? So, yeah, nothing really to report, I suppose. Didn't really have any dogs except for that one at Chapman Farm, but he didn't say anything to me. He just stuck his nose in the air. He could smell the food, I suppose. He could hear bags rattling, and he thought, oh, great, my dinner's arrived. I don't need to speak to that person. Just give me my food. But yeah, that was it. Lots of nice Christmas decorations around the area for sure. And I'll try to put those at the end of the video. And also all of what I've done for the evening, which shouldn't take up too long, will be in split screens and cutaways and however I decide to do them. But yeah, so acceptance rate, I'll just have to let you know how it all goes. Just have to see how it goes, that's all. Will it work? Will they let me have it? Because I do have one contract violation, and I only got that tail end of last week, and that was definitely my fault for getting it. The first one that they gave me, definitely not my fault. And but no, the last one, the one I did get is my fault, that's for sure. I should have known better. Definitely should have known better. But the less I think about it, the less pissed off I get. I'm pissed off with myself. But and I think that only stays on for 100 deliveries anyway, which shouldn't be too long now. Should be done by the end of the week, I would have thought. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, well, I'm not sure if there's anything else to say. I can't think of anything. So it's getting a little bit chillier now, I see. I saw on our local news, unfortunately, that popped up. And Pete Grigsby, one of the blokes on weather blokes on Channel 9, was wearing a tie with snowflakes on it, and all you see is him pointing. Like, oh no. Not bloody snow. But could do without that. But I might have some snow tyres coming, so that might flipping help get around. But the snow flipping don't normally last that long, does it? Around here, but I might get those over here and get those mounted. And hopefully get that done. I still need to do a CV joint, which is getting worse and worse now. I can hear it more, but so I'm going to have to get that done this week, hopefully. Anyway, yeah, all right, well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, of course, hit the thumbs up button. And if you would subscribe, you know, subscribing is free. Costs you nothing. Nothing at all. It just puts me in your playlist and you get reminded about whenever I put something out. And also, if you hit the bell icon, that'll also remind you as soon as a video comes out. And, yeah, it'll warn you so you can go run and hide. Or just throw the phone in the toilet or something. Oh, yeah, talking about that off. Where was I? Oh, Quick Trip tonight. I walked in the door at Quick Trip and there was a bloke coming out of the toilet, I suppose, out the door there. And he wasn't watching. Blimey, the bloke flipping jumped about 4 foot back. Scared the life out of him. I was like a little kitty cat, like flipping, jumping up. Oh, good grief. Oh, he nearly popped his glasses off. Crikey. Oh, jeez. Oh, I thought it was funny. But anyway, he did an half jump. Blimey, I didn't think I was that bloody scary to look at. Apparently. Oh, dear. But yeah, okay, well, that's it for me. Not sure if I'll be on here tomorrow because, well, being the wedding anniversary, I won't have much to say. And so it may be a couple of days before another video pops up. Alright, anyway, thanks for watching, and keep warm, and hopefully all the dashers earn a few quid this week, and hopefully business picks up a little bit. Don't seem to be as busy as what it was last year. I was looking back on the records, and last year we was doing really well. But anyway, not so much this time around. Alright, thanks for watching. Cheers. Ta-da.